up, everyone? Justin Carey. Obviously, I'm not driving, otherwise you would see my vehicle. But hypothetically, if I was driving, I would not be breaking the law because both hands are on the wheel, attention is focused, and it's just like I'm talking to myself, which may or may not happen occasionally. Most of you know my going back into law enforcement journey, and I've gone through several days now, and today was one of them. The up and downside is it's 2 hours away, so I got to drive 2 hours, work a shift, drive 2 hours back. Upside is I'm not going to be doing it that often, not too many times a month, just as much as I want. But during training right now, I worked earlier this week and then today, which is Wednesday. Well, today I had to do some defensive tactics training. Now, everyone thinks that cops are jiu-jitsu masters, where in reality, most of us train once or a couple times a year with defensive tactics, pressure points, control mechanisms. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, especially if someone's methed out mental illness and their pain compliance is out the window, and they have superhuman strength. That's why it never looks pretty. When officers are trying to effect an arrest, and that's why strength and numbers. You get what's called a pig pile when they all jump on. But they do train you at least on what to do as far as, just don't all jump on. One person get the arm, one person control the head, one person do this, and then who's calling the shot, blah, 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 blah. Well, today I had to do defensive tactics training, much of which I've done many times in the year in the past, but I've been gone for 3 years. So this was a refresher course and going through the motions. But what was different with this agency than the one that I worked before was you do a realistic scenario. And this one, years past, your defensive tactics instructor would dress up in what's called a red man outfit, which is like padded head, padded forearms, padded chest, thighs, legs, and you as the officer are going, hey sir, can I talk to you? You're trying to make an arrest and something goes bad, and now you're in a fight with the instructor who's wearing the red man outfit. It's red man suit. That sounds more manly than outfit. I'll edit that out later. Anyway, I said, all right, you're gonna do this, and I'm like, all right, a few years older, but nah, I don't work out, I'm not in shape, but I'll get through it. And they said, well, you're wearing one, Justin. I'm like, really? I've never wore one before. And the bad guy's wearing it, so both of you are wearing it. So that means bad guy is gonna try his darndest to beat the crap out of you him. And I'm like, oh, that adds a new dynamic to it, but I'll roll with the punches. They go to look for a volunteer at the agency to put on the red man stuff, and they come back with a guy I just met who works in the jail, and he is 2 of me, literally 2 of me, 300 plus pounds, 6 foot a million, monster of a man, and it's like my child trying to fight me is me trying to fight this guy. I go, come on guys, can't you find someone small? Let's say it, I could just go mother scratcher, but can't complain, gotta buck up, go with it, because sometimes you are going to arrest someone much larger than you, and your pepper spray taser, they don't work 100% of the time, and your backup could be far away, so you gotta know what it's like. So they said, all right, get ready guys, and you're trying to effect arrest, Officer Carey, go with it. I'm like, sir, called him Gene, I just made up the name. Gene, you got that warrant, you gotta turn around. Man, F you, I ain't going to jail, come on. He's putting up his fist. And I'm like, Gene, I don't want to, and then I simulate pretending to taser him. It's ineffective. I'm calling for backup, saying speed it up. And he's coming up to me, and I'll just boom, boom, punching. And I'm trying to punch back. But again, it's like your child fighting you. I'm hitting him as hard as I can, and it's nothing. He's hitting me, and it's just boom. Even though I'm wearing pads myself, that hurts. That is like a freight train. He's going at it. I can't move this guy. We're just boxing each other, but he's manhandling me. I then have the brilliant idea, all right, I'm going to tire him out, but I'm going to juke around him to this, because I got a little more speed than he does. So I try to get around him. I go around to his side to get his back, and I trip on the mat, and I fall. And instantly as I'm falling, I'm like, no, this ain't going to be good. If you're on the ground, you don't want to be the bottom piece of the toast. And now the butter comes flying at me. That is a horrible analogy. Again, edit out, perfect. 300 plus pounds of flying through the air, landing on my 180 pound body. That hurt, man. That hurt. And he is on top of me. That's what she said. His face is right here. He's punching me. And when you have 300 pounds on you, and my arms are under like this, you cannot do anything. There's no magic move. And they taught us shrimping before, where you turn to the side, you get into a shrimp, and you start using the most powerful muscle group, which is your thighs, and kicking out to try to get out of that underneath. But he had me in a way that I could not get. I mean, he had both arms. He's punching me. I'm trying my best. Now he's grabbing my gun, and I cannot prevent him. And that is a horrible, horrible feeling. And the purpose, obviously, of these trainings is not to make you feel bad or tease you or berate you. It's like, all right, this is what a fight for your life feels like, and how they can go and work on it better the next time. Now I'm in like desperation mode. I start grabbing his helmet and just like shaking his head, hopefully, and I'm saying, I'm poking your eyes out. That's a lethal force. No holds bar. You can do whatever you want. If someone's trying to actively kill you, which grabbing my gun would be. Oh, I can't say the GUN thing, because now Facebook is going to take this video and make it like 3 people see it. Oh, great. Now I wish I did have that editing out process. I'm doing my best. Unfortunately, I accidentally later, he showed me scratched underneath his eye with my finger, which I wasn't trying to do, but I mean, you're in this fight. He rolls off me because the instructors say to, thank goodness, and now I retrieve my gun. Oh, I said it again. I know the algorithms and Facebook does not like you saying those certain keywords. Definitely screw up your posts and videos. Jump back on top. I'm trying to roll him over, and it's like 8 potato sacks trying to roll over at one time. Get him on his back, jump on his back, affecting handcuffing. It's horrible. And you got a lot of people in the department watching, videotaping it, and I'm just like, I wish that went better. But any of those guys know maybe they wouldn't have fared as that well either, because he was ginormous. Then I have a nausea because it's 2 minutes and 40 seconds. You're gassed. I am not in shape whatsoever. I'm gassed. Now I'm like, oh, I feel sick. Like I want to throw up. I'm sitting there. Well, I go in the bathroom. Like, maybe I just maybe I'll pee real quick. So I'm in the bathroom like, oh, I don't want to throw up. I'm not throwing up. I pee, and then I come back out, and there's 3 of the officers out there waiting for me because I'm like trying to recover. And I look down, and I'm like, why am I telling you this? But no shame in my game. I look down, and I'm like, gosh dang it, men in their 40s. Sometimes that area of pee that's in your penis doesn't come all the way out, and that liquid urine that's still in the whatever, I don't know all the technical terms, comes out after you're done peeing when it makes contact with your underwear. or pants. And I'm wearing these freaking thin pants, and I look down and I got a pancake-sized pee stain on my and I've just started this place. And those guys are out there. I look down and I go, oh my God, it looked like I peed myself, because I technically did and I didn't. It's just, I shouldn't post this video, should I? But it happens to a lot of guys, and if it hasn't happened to you yet, just wait, because it probably will. Very, very common problem. I go back into the bathroom because these guys are now awkward, seeing that Officer Carey just peed himself. And another, not officer, I'm a deputy Carey. So there's no blow dryer in there. I didn't bring an extra set of pants. I'm trying to use friction with a paper towel to go back and forth as fast as I can to create enough friction and heat to evaporate this stain. And I'm in there like 5 minutes trying to get, this is the worst thing ever. This sucks. I feel nauseous. Looks like I peed myself, and I got to go back out there because the trainers and everyone's waiting for me, and they probably already saw me, but they don't know me well enough to tease me yet, but I'm sure it'll come up later, and I don't think I'm any Facebook friends with these guys yet, so no one's going to see this video, which is fine. Finally dries out, and then I think, well, I can take this duty belt off and untuck my shirt because I'm done with the scenario. We're done for the day, and now I'm doing administrative, ethics and morals and sexual harassment training that's 6 hours long on the computer. Why do I tell you guys my life? You know why? Because it's real life. And real life is messy, real life is embarrassing, and real life is hilarious sometimes. And that's just part of my journey. And I'm glad it's part of my journey, because I don't want a boring life. And I went into law enforcement because of my God-given talent, and I felt like I was kind of, the last 3 years, although these were successful and awesome, it's good business, I'm missing that extra, and that extra is interacting with the fellow brothers and sisters in law enforcement, as well as the community that are hurting, and the relationships, and even being in the squad room with 8 of them today, and they're all telling war stories about, this meth head that they arrested, and how, this person went on a chase 2 days ago, and the guy crashed in a car, it was this and that, and all these wild stories that cops do, because we vent, and that's how we bond and share our traumas. Because you tell some of these stories to a quote-unquote normie, and they're like, what the F is wrong with you? Because the media can skew perception, whatever side of the aisle you are on, may contribute to how you view law enforcement. But unless you're in it, and I highly suggest you do ride-alongs to really get your eyes open. There's a lot of people that are out there picketing and yelling and calling cops racist. They've never been a day in a bad part of town. They don't know how I've risked my life and made wonderful relationships with kids and adults, and mentored people that are in the worst parts of town, which unfortunately suffer the worst parts of violence and have higher call volume. And I want to go on so many tangents, because what happened in the last 10 years was not right. It's not right. And all these opinionated people that think they had it figured out, they didn't know. They were not based in reality. All right. Never mind. I don't want to get serious on you. That'll be for a later video. Bye-bye.